Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Here's Maria Luisa and Alex for one more episode of Power Minutes. This is our 15 minutes monthly live. And today we have a really exciting topic, which is multipotentiality. So I am a business trainer, coach, sketchnoter, and our passion both is to be on a mission to help people like you to build self-awareness and also to create the life you really want and deserve. And maybe Alex, I hand out to you that you can
Thank
introduce.
you. Yes, and I'm Alex. I'm a positive energy coach. I actually help people like you transform and boost their success into the life of their dreams. So that's why you can see why we work together. And together with Maria Luisa, we have created this great course. Actually, if you scan the little QR code up here on the top, you will see a free version of this. It's basically, if you can spare 15 minutes of your time for 7 days, we show you the mindset techniques and the AI tools that you need to create a really useful roadmap to your dream. That's what it's all about. And we do these LinkedIn Lives for free to give you a glimpse of what this is about, because in this new era we're in, we all need two things. We need to learn continuously new tools, and we need to learn to actually have the right mindset. So, and today, multi-potential. This is what we all have. May I hand back to you, Maria Luisa, for what are we actually talking about?
So what are we talking about? What is this? Maybe you have heard the word, maybe you never had heard the word before. Well, multipotential can be defined as someone that has many interests, especially in creative areas, but not necessarily. It's somebody with many talents. And we are seeing more and more of those people coming up. It's not that we didn't have people with multiple talents before. No, these have always been there in history. But it seems like now we have more the resources to express that several talents we have. So let's talk about this. So the word may be new, but the concept is as old as humanity. So I hand it to you again, Alex.
Yes, thank you. And what we bring to you today in the remaining 12 minutes is a great self-assessment. Try this for yourself. We bring you 3 questions that you can use to assess where you're standing right now, because you can only invest in your personal growth if you know where you're standing. So in terms of assessing your multi-potential and where you want to go with it, ask yourself these 3 questions. And I will start straight away with question 1. So question 1 is it really true? And really be brutally self-honest with yourself, asking yourself this question for your life. Is it really true that we can only do one profession in our professional career, in our work, and that everything else we do for our passion, for our interest, is hobbies? Because this is one question that both of us, Maria Luisa and I, when we work together, when we talk, we came across, this is something we realized early on when we started our businesses, that actually, no, it's the best time now to invest in all sorts of passion. And that is what is the topic of today, right? It's multi-potential. We can combine so many things. If you have been here in our last LinkedIn Live in I think it was in the January session where we talked about that, combining different streams of interest. This is what it's about, right? And so for us in our personal experience, it was just about that self-realization. Oh, I don't actually need to stay in one profession, or even better, I can use my current profession and leverage with that several other things.
Yes, and we see numerous examples of people that are not following the linear career path anymore. And I remember a time when I getting started professionally that you have to choose and you have to stick with it.
That
And
was that was end of the 90s, beginning of 2000, right?
And I remember it was not good seeing if you have some career breaks or doing something totally different, because then it's like you're not consistent. And now this is shifting. It's just the opposite. It's even welcome when you have when you're able to adapt, to learn new things, and also to have a different career, to reorient yourself in a different
To
direction.
reinvent yourself, exactly. And also, I love the examples you just gave, because the words we use, these are the words that served maybe in the past, in the, let's say, in the last century. You know, for example, linear career, that's a word of the past. It used to serve then, but it's not useful anymore in the modern world, because we don't need to have linear careers. What is that?
Yes,
So,
yes,
yeah.
and this is
Sorry.
connecting us already to the second question, to the second point, which is, what do you think is different now than 20 years ago or 25 years ago? Yes.
Exactly. Ask yourself that question as well, because I think all of us, we have realized that something has changed fundamentally, and that is that huge amount of possibilities we have, right? I mean, we're just experiencing that ourselves. We have created successful businesses, and what we're doing is learning every day. Number one of the most important skills today is the learning skill. And by learning what is out there, the possibilities, both of us are convinced, right, that this never has been a better time to do that, to realize the
Absolutely.
multi-potential.
Absolutely. And Maria is commenting that, yes, the nomenclature. And what I really see now, it has to do with the speed of change that we're experiencing. Because in the past, you had to choose something. Most of the time, you choose something that it gives you a security. Not this is not your passion, and so you start in a direction, and you just can relax more or less for the rest of your life, because the environment was not that changing that fast in the past. Now
The
you have to
change, yeah,
adapt with it.
the speed
So
has changed.
it's about really continuous learning and adapting. So even if you want, you will not be able to pursue a linear career anymore in the future.
Yes.
I think this is
And we
really
have, oh yes, we have some contributions here. Sorry to interrupt you. Maria is saying it's the only difference is the nomenclature. Well, yes, that's what we said before, didn't we? I think multi-potential has always been there. That's no doubt. But we have other possibilities now. It's a different era now. That's what we're saying. That leads
absolutely.
us actually to question three. Question three that we really recommend you to ask yourself is, am I using the right tools for what I want to do in my life? Because the tool landscape has changed as well. And by tools, we mean mindset tools and AI tools or modern tools of software, hardware, technology. So I think what has changed in my experience, in my daily experience of my business, is we constantly adapt the tools to our goals, right? Whereas in the past, maybe 20, 25 years ago, there was a more stable set of tools.
Yes,
That was my.
absolutely. And what I really think is most of people couldn't live that multipotentiality because they were too busy making a living.
That
So
as well, yes.
they didn't just have the time to explore. Of course, you have some prominent examples. Leonardo da Vinci, for example, he was really a master. But very simple, ordinary people that could do different things. You just have to choose, because everything took longer before than now.
Longer and less accessible as well. I mean, if we the only thing that needs to be accessible is an internet connection now. But if you have an internet connection, then there are more tools and more learning possibilities at your disposal than before. And then that leads us to the next topic: is there's also more choice. Choice needs more time. So that is an interesting question for the next time when we talk about these AI tools. Is it actually better, the learning experience now, or is it easier, or is it less easy? We
Yes,
can address that in our March session. Yes, and there's another contribution. Thank you so much.
communication tools at all. Yes, are new tools to our career nowadays. Yes, Maria, you're absolutely right. We have get every day new tools, and there is a learning curve to learn how to use them, to choose what are the right tools for you. Because it's about making space and outsourcing the repetitive tasks you don't want to do yourself. And I mean, and this is happening so fast. I remember last year I was writing all my social posts myself. Now what I do is I dictate, I put it in ChatGPT. They are formatted in a way that converts better. Then I take another view, And it's just, I can do the work that took me 1 hour, I can do it now in 10, 15 minutes.
It's about the time saving, about, as you said, the outsourcing, the time intensive tasks, to outsource them to AI, and to do the thinking, the creative tasks ourselves, right?
Yes.
And yes, sorry,
And the
carry on.
creativity, we have time to
The
explore our
creativity,
creativity, which is
exactly.
one thing we don't really learn to explore at school or at the university, because we just learn content there. So it's really, ask yourself the question, what do you want to be? What is the version of yourself you want to be? What do you really want that makes you, yeah, fulfilled? These are very fundamental questions we never ask, because we just learn something because we think this is gonna be what it's demanded. These are the skills. But now it comes a time when we will have more time, where we will have the resources to ask and answer these fundamental questions, which is a challenging thing for some people too.
But also it's an opportunity, and this is what we talk about in the course, isn't it? In terms of setting aside these 15 minutes per day to actually assess your goals, what you want out of life, what you want to do, what you see your day, your daily rhythm to be like, and then from this kind of outset, choose the right tools, the right mindsets, and the right, as we just said, AI
Yes,
tools.
and there are wonderful tools out there. What I also see is what's why? Our purpose in life, one of the most difficult questions somebody can ask, but also one of the most valuable questions. You have to spend some time with yourself to answer that, and it's a mindset issue too. So this is one of the things that you can learn when you do our free online course. For example, you get familiar with that kind of self exploration. The tools, yeah, the tools. What I observe is two behaviors when we're talking about AI tools. The first one is mistrust. So what is this about? This is dangerous, I don't trust those things, I have to get familiar. And then the other things that embrace that, some of the people that really see it as an instrument, as what it is. And it's very important to have the right mindset when you approach new tools.
Exactly. We will actually dedicate the March session on the 12th of March. Dear viewers, if you want to note that down, we do 15 minutes on the essential question, how to approach the new world of AI. We actually ask the provocative question, does AI mean cheating? That is what is the feeling, right? At the moment, everyone is discussing this, even in the schools. Does it mean cheating? And we want to address that because that's kind of the elephant in the room at the moment, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, Maria is saying self-knowledge is vital for a successful career.
Oh,
Absolutely,
absolutely. Thank you for that.
absolutely. I think this is the right way if you really want to work in the job of your dreams. You have to know yourself. What do you reserve? What are you good at? What would you like to do? And this is one thing many people just don't do. Or like we have a career of 20 years in a corporate environment, and we step out and feels like we had a life before this life.
Exactly. And the self-awareness, I could not agree more. Like you, Maria. Thank you, Maria, for the other Maria, for the comment, because this is what we actually dedicate some of the 15 minutes to as well, how to access that self-awareness, because it's not that easy at the beginning. At the beginning, I was also myself challenged with that. Okay, I always thought I was self-aware, but actually, no, there's a deeper level. There's another level of self-consciousness that can really make you realize, okay, this is my life, I need to reflect more. So that is what we're talking about a lot. Exactly.
Yes, it's a process, and it's never end to grow in awareness. We have a good morning from a LinkedIn user. We don't see your name, but good morning back.
Good morning. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the time zones. But thank you for joining in. So the next one will be on the March 12th. And we are also thinking about, depending on your reactions, of dedicating maybe in one of the next sessions, 30 minutes even. Let us maybe know in your comments if 15 minutes is convenient for you, or 30 minutes, because we want to address these essential questions of our new
And,
era of
and let
business.
us know also, what would you like us to talk about? We are creating this content for you, so it would be really grateful if you tell us what would you like to listen about.
Exactly. So, and also your comments after the LinkedIn Live are welcome. Just jot it down in the LinkedIn comments box if you like. And don't forget to check out the link for the free course that we uploaded.
Yes.
And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much, dear Maria.
Yes, yes, Maria de Carlos.
And Maria.
Thank you so much for your valuable comments. And see you next time. What is the title of our next session?
Next time will be, Does AI mean cheating?
Yes, exactly.